Hi, it's Ewan Ellery here making bonsai in Australia, and in this video I'm going to turn this Carissa, or this natal plum, into a bonsai. So it does have pretty good branching formation anyway, and it is actually approaching it's the middle of autumn, and the best time typically to repot these native plums is through the end of winter and the start of spring, just as it's starting to bud out into leaf. But yeah, it's growing pretty well at the moment. It's got a whole bunch of fresh shoots there, and it's the first time I just bought this and kind of want to get it into a pot and see what I'm going to be working with. So given that it is in Queensland, it does stay pretty warm throughout the year. I should get away with it, but I'm going to do a little bit more of a little bit less of a standard potting exercise and just kind of try and slid it into the pot, and hopefully then in a year or two I can get some real work done on the roots at the appropriate time of year. So we'll start working on this now. Not going to want to break up too much of the soil, so I'm just going to rake away some of the topsoil just to see what kind of barley we might be dealing with. It does look as though there's a fair bit of flare at the base of the trunk there, which I quite like. Okay, so quite a few roots. There are a couple here that are kind of coming up and around and kind of covering other roots and not going out radially, so just trying to work those out. Just cut that back. Otherwise the roots seem to be pretty much in good locations. They're kind of fanning out quite well from the base of the trunk here. No standout prominent roots, but yeah, definitely as a young tree that'll be quite some decent root structure to start working with. So in terms of the front of the tree, I'm either going to go with that side there or that side there. This side's naturally a lot more open, so probably go with that, but it could have realistically be either with time. But it seems like there's quite a bit of root mass in here. I'm going to have to get rid of a large amount of that root structure just so it can fit in this pot. And more roots coming out the wrong direction. So it's more or less, yeah, it's at the stage now where it will fit in the pot. I just want to make a little bit more room now, where the roots kind of don't start just immediately butted up to the edge of the pot, so they've got a bit of room to grow before they start bending. So now I've just got to position it in the pot, so I'm just going to put a slight layer of soil down in the bottom. And just making sure that I get rid of all of the air holes in here. So yeah, just giving it a bit of a water and put a bit of moss over it. Now, I quite actually like the structure of the tree already. I don't know, it looks quite good to me, just with the natural bend and then all of the branching here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start kind of pulling that back and refining it a bit, getting some of the problem branches, the branches that get in the way of the view, kind of opening it up a little bit, but then really starting to work on some of the branch pads that you can already kind of start to see there. You can see here there's the bottom branch that kind of comes out this way, and then just above that there are kind of two branches tucked in the back, so I'll be able to see them a little bit better there. But just these two branches here. So one of them kind of comes out right from the inside of the curve in the main trunk, so I'm going to get rid of that one. Getting rid of it will also just open up the rest of the trunk a little bit, but also give it a little bit more room so that the other branch that you can now see here gets a little bit more attention. It's not looking so crowded. This branch in here, just going to prune it back a bit just to start working on the ramification. And there's this branch which is coming out here, and kind of want to keep this one again not sticking up too high, just so we can start getting the good pads in their little sections there, so keeping a bit of distance between those pads. There's a little branch here that's kind of coming down from the trunk, and in the back, so you can see this branch here, but it actually comes back out from one of the branches at the end here and then back, so it's coming back in towards the center, and it's kind of blocking the view there. So get rid of that. Just opens it up a lot more so you can see the rest of the branching. And then everything starts to kind of fan out a lot more. I'll keep this main area as well, but again, just jumping in there just to prune it back to kind of the profile that I want, get more branching and ramification. It is getting a little bit crowded just at the top here. From here there's one branch that kind of comes out the back here and up, and then there's this branch you can see from the front which kind of comes out and one part comes up and then continues on. So because those two, where it splits there, both of those kind of stick up in the same area, just kind of crowding each other out a little bit. So I think I'm going to get rid of one, and I'm actually going to get rid of the thicker one that pokes out towards the back. Get rid of quite a bit there. Just to kind of really start to work on this one branch that we've got here. Hopefully get a bit more bigger with this poking out here. So just prune this back slightly, just opening up that pad a little bit more. Get rid of that there. So ultimately I'm going to go for about that kind of profile, but just want that kind of start on this ramification, then get it to push out a lot more, and it should look pretty good with a bit of time. So that's all done now for my natal plum or carissa. So if you have enjoyed this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel to be notified with future videos as I release them. But look, as always, thanks for your time today. Enjoy. Bye.